We've got no watches and nothing yet.
Yep.
And what I'm going to do is we're just going to keep it on us for the moment. And along the way, what I'll do is I'll switch it around like this, so you don't even see us in this situation. And every sort of 5 minutes or so, I'll just switch it around. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, then you're also being on this one here as
Okay.
well. This is our perspective cam. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So when you're ready, let's just leave that there. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to move off and turn left out of this junction here.
Okay.
Good obs, well done. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so nice and steady control. That's it, control your speed. Turn, turn, turn. And we are turning left out of here, please, Frank. So good positioning over here, please. Work on your positioning. Okay, so a little bit forward, just a little bit more. That's it. Now, if you just wait here and just wait until you're clear. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be clear after the green car. Yeah.
Yeah.
You happy to go?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go then. So keep on your side of the road. So as we've just had the discussion, this is going to be your first time on to the busier roads, not necessarily the bigger roads, but the busier roads. And we'll just have a little, see what we see, okay? Just going a little bit too fast for your positioning there. Now, think about your level of driving. I'd say now, it's maybe not quite this slow, maybe a little bit more. But what it was, you were going just a bit faster and you started giving it in towards the pavement. And we started hitting all the bumps. And that's all this rough potholes here on the left, okay? So let's think about getting around these parked cars. Good mirror check, well done. So you can keep moving. Let's just keep moving, Frank. Go on. Remember what we were talking about earlier. So not too fast, but not too slow either. That's it. In you come then. There you are. Just like that.
Good.
So today isn't about going fast or slow. Today's about just going onto the bigger roads. Of course, if you're going down a road like this and it all starts giving it too much like this, just slow it down. Like you have to slow down for a minute. That's it. Give him a chance to clear. Thank you. So as long as he's doing what we expect him to do.
So when the road is bumpy, it will affect the steering, is it?
Yes, absolutely. Too right. The bumpier the road is, the more it's going to affect the steering. And it doesn't seem like much, but when you're going over a rough road, your hands are constantly moving like that to keep the car straight. But you do it subconsciously. You don't need to, there's no sort of technique for it. Just, all I can suggest in that case is just keep a firm grip, but loose, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you don't want too much stiffness in your hands when you're going on a bumpy old road. Nice and relaxed. And your hands will naturally balance. Okay, thank you. Your hands will naturally balance and keep the car in a straight line. But if you ever look back on one of these videos when you see you steering and you're going over a bumpy road, you'll see your hands are constantly moving, but you're not necessarily thinking about it. So we are coming up to a roundabout, and I would like you to turn left at the roundabout, first exit. So we've done roundabouts before, you know what you're doing here. Just going to ourselves into a good position, and then checking. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Yes. So no rush, no rush, no rush. Thank you. And then drive on. just stop there, Frank. So here's the situation. You don't want to be too close to these signs in front, otherwise you're going to really struggle to get round. And you know, you'd be like, oh, to get round. So we're always nice and easy, a little bit of angling on as we've got. Then when it's time for us to go, we just go. Nice and easy. Now when you move off, check it. That's exactly what I was going to say. Check your right door mirror. Go. Of lights. I'd like you to keep going straight. Now there's two lanes here to choose, the right and the left. Which one are you going to choose?
Both think go straight.
Both of them go straight, so choose one. Right, so you've chosen the right one. Now you stay in that position. So why didn't you choose the left lane, Frank? What do you think? So there's no right and wrong answer here. So it's a straightforward question. You had a choice of left or right. Here we go. Make sure you stay in the right hand lane, which you are allowed to be in. The only thing is, the left lane is the usual driving lane, this is the overtaking lane. And you can see here, you've got to merge. Now Frank, just check your mirrors, mate. Make sure that you're not merging in on, thank you, yes. Make sure, no need for big swerves like that. Yeah, so just keep it nice and steady. Next time, when you have a choice of two lanes, choose the left lane, okay? Just slow it down for a mate. That's it. At the set of lights, we're going to be turning right. So when you see something like that, you know, just slow it down. Position nice and early. There you go. Yeah, the best way to think about it is the left lane is your normal driving lane and the right lane is your overtaking lane. So if there were 4 lanes going your way, whichever way that might be, you'd always choose the leftmost of them. So up to the middle, and if you can read the yellow sign, that tells you what to do. Just there. Just wait. If you go any further, Frank, you're going to be in the other side of the road for them turning that way. Look, because they have to turn. If somebody wants to turn in there, you're kind of like this guy here. Look at this one here. Yeah, so you're pretty much in his way, so he's going to have to stop short of you. And look at their positioning there. See that? That's not right for them, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after more right.
Yeah, no, you needed to be further back.
Further back.
Okay, let's go then. Green arrow. Let's go. Yeah, so basically, you had a right turn area, and so did they. And what you've done is you've gone into yours, and you've gone into theirs as well. So you've stopped too far ahead. Now, I know it's not easy to see because the lines are all faded, but you have to understand that you've got a protected right turn area. So that's it. Let's just keep going nice and straight. Check your left door mirror as you come out. That's it. By checking your left door mirror, that also takes your eyes off the oncoming traffic because you don't need to see him. Your eyes have already seen him and your brain's already calculated where he's going. That's it. Like that. Okay, so you've got some roadworks to deal with here. So let's keep going. Now there's plenty of room for you. If you go slow and cooperate with everybody, you should be able to keep moving, but nice and gently. That's it. Just keep it going, Frank. You're good. That's it. Just keep going. Just keep going. You're good. You're good. Nice and straight here. Just keep on your side of the road. Don't want to go too far over. And then there is enough room for us all. So at this roundabout, we are turning left at first exit. That's stopping and checking. What do you think?
After this car here.
After this one then? Yep. I agree. So here we are, into the left. And this is a 30-mile-an-hour road that you're going onto here. So I'm just telling you that because that's your signal. I know what happens when my pupils come onto this road. They just speed down it, and it looks like a bigger, straighter road. But don't be fooled. Okay, so we can see a big crossroads in the distance, and what I'd like you to do is go straight on. Now, there's going to be 2 lanes there. Which one do you think is going to be the straight on lane?
The left, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So if we just go for that left of the 2 lanes, because the right-hand lane there is your right only.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes both lanes go straight, so this would still be the correct one, wouldn't it? Does that make sense?
Yes.
When I say steady, I mean a bit slower. That's it, just in case this one decides to nip out. It's a little bit of a tricky old junction, that. Loads of accidents at that junction.
Lots of accidents.
Sorry?
Lots of accidents at that junction.
Roads, and what people do is they try to nip across, even though there's cars coming, and they quite often get caught out. I know, because I live very close to it. So I quite often see the debris on the road. In the morning you come out and you see like bits of headlight there and stuff like that. So
What this area is called?
this is Burton Road.
Burton Road.
Yeah, and this is going to lead right down into the city. So So this goes all the way from the city, all the way into Littleover.
Okay.
See, you've got it, Frank, you've got it, yes. Well done, good. That road starts getting a bit rough, you can always slow it down. Whenever you go down a hill, you're always going to pick up speed anyway. Now then, as you round this next bend, you'll see some lights. We're going to go straight on again, and that's going to be, well, it will be one of the lanes, so look at your road markings. As you go around, look for the straight
Right.
on. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So get used to spotting them road markings, because when you get into these kind of situations, you know, it's relative, isn't it? Ahead. We say early vision, early decision. So when you see everything ahead, all slow down, yeah, slow it down yourself. Now then, as we go along here, we're going to stay in this lane, and as you can see here on the left, that's a bus lane, yeah? Now you're not allowed over that solid white line, okay? But at the end of the solid white line, I'd like you to come to the left. Now that's going to be a lane change, okay? So what we'll do is I'm going to give you some instruction. I'm going to be asking you to put your signal on in just a little while. So if you just want to pop your signal on now, left,
Right.
left. I want you to check your left blind spot. Yes. Is it clear?
Yep.
Okay, and then we can move over. Oh, easy with the brakes, and then you can always slow down and stop here. If you brake too soon with your back end still in that lane, boom, devil, you're going to get your back end smacks, yeah? All right, can't see signal moment. Now, you're not allowed over those solid white lines. So when you are changing lanes, it's mirror signal, blind spot, make sure there's no buses, taxis, cyclists or illegal drivers. At the roundabout here, we are going to be turning left, so when we move off, you can mirror signal you normally, okay? Here we go. So mirror signal please for left. Thank you. I'm just going to follow this all the way around. We're going to be going straight on here, Frank, and which lane are you going to choose?
Left lane.
Yes. So ideally you would have already been thinking, oh, left lane probably. As I say, 9 times out of 10 it's the left, so you are now committed through the lights. If the lights change like that, they can't stop for them anyway. And you're going to stay in the left lane for me, please, Frank. That's this one, just it only has a small file on it, so it resets every 20 minutes. So in an ideal world, you wouldn't move off now until you see enough space on the other side of the crossing for you to go into. Let's say they started moving and then you went, and then they suddenly stopped for whatever reason. You'd be the ones blocking the crossing. So in an ideal world, as I say, you would wait until your space is enough clear enough, and then you would move forward. Okay, there's your space. Off you go, like that. Yeah. I know it seems a little bit, oh yeah, but we know they're going to go, but you don't always know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right.
We could apply this on the yellow box.
Even more so. In fact, yeah, exactly the same. Especially with the yellow boxes. That's where the sort of understanding comes from. You know, because it's the same deal. If you stop on a yellow box when you're going ahead, you know, you go to move off and they're moving, then all of a sudden they stop for whatever reason. Or sometimes a car will come out of the left junction and block it and take your space that you were going into. Then, you know, and yeah, you're sort of like caught out in the middle of nowhere, and it's your fault, isn't it? And that's the unfortunate thing about it. But you are absolutely right with the yellow box, yeah. So you are allowed to go into a yellow box and wait. Do you know when? When you're turning right. So if you've got a yellow box junction in front of you and you're going straight on or left, you're not allowed to go in and stop in that box. But if you were turning right, you're allowed to go to the middle and wait.
I could wait.
Yeah, and wait until it's clear for you to turn, or you know.
Because I think I could not wait, even wait at the yellow box.
Yes, you can. Yes. So follow it around here to the left. Yeah. So I know you've got your theory coming up soon, probably. So yeah, just for the yellow box junctions, that's absolutely true. So, I should have a little remote control to swap these pictures around, you know. So check your mirrors, move that, mate. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's it. Nice and straight. Good. Check your left door mirrors. Come back. That's it. Then we're going to do the same deal again with this one. So the van in front is he's only got his wheels slightly on the pavement, on the road, so it doesn't require a lot of going round, but some. So pedestrian crossing, are we clear of pedestrians? Yeah, good. Always worth asking ourselves the question, because you know, if you don't ask yourself the question, then you don't get yourself the answer, do you? So just going to check your mirrors as you slow down, just make sure nobody's doing anything daft. And of course, you know, lines of traffic like this, just keep your eye open for bikes filtering around you, these people on the scooters and such. So as I said to you today, you know, we're doing slightly bigger roads. 8th lesson.
Yeah.
So doing good, doing good. So slightly busier roads. How do you feel? All right?
Yeah.
Confident with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the same deal with the junction. Have you got room over the junction?
Junction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the junction there on the left. So you've got to be careful not to block it. So we're just soon talking about not stopping on level crossings and box junctions, yellow box junctions. So it's the same deal with the junctions, generally. So again, you know, I mean, they're not so strict with the junctions on the left, because you just need to leave enough room for the cars to just go in and come out. So they're not quite as strict as like the actual pedestrian crossings and the box junctions, which are even stricter, really, to be fair. But anyway, let's have a look forward. So you can see the lights ahead. We're going to think about the point of no return, so the point where we're committed through, and the point of no return now. So keep going, because we've said now, haven't we? Yeah. So even though we saw the lights change, there's no way we can stop, not safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could stop if you did something like an emergency stop or something like that, but
it's 3-second distance.
Well, it's a 2-second gap before the cars in front, but what we're talking about here is something different. We're talking about when you're approaching a set of lights, if there's always going to be a point where if them lights change, it's too late to stop. That's what we're talking about. So we're not talking about a 2-second gap.
Go straight.
Yeah, straight on, please. That's it. Good. Yeah. And again, here you can see there's going to be 2 lanes here. So which lane are you going to choose?
Left lane.
Good answer. Let's have it then. That's it. Yeah. Good choice. Yeah, left lane. Of course, that's your normal driving lane. Right-hand lane, overtaking lane, which is exactly what these guys are doing. So you keep speed about where it is. That's actually really good for this road. And we are coming to a junction. Just think about slowing it down nice and early. And what I'd like you to do, Frank, is I'd like you to turn left at this crossroads, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so good guess. You can see you've got a nice left lane. Have you got enough room down the left-hand side of that bus?
Yeah.
Of course you have. Okay, so have a look for your stop line. Good. Thank you. Just there, stop. So this area just in front of you here, okay,
The cycle.
that's your cycle area, yeah? So when you stopped, I know
it's
it's
quite hard to.
I know it's really faded, you know, because
Yeah.
we have that much traffic coming onto this road. Of course, it's worn out, but you can sort of make it out, can't you? Yeah. So just watch yourself with that, because if you get your wheels over there on your driving
Yeah,
test,
it's
it's going to be a fail. Yeah, they will fail you for it. And I mean, I have had situations where people have done it, and it has been really faded, you know, and they don't give you much leeway on it, to be fair. You know, I'd like to think that they would, but they don't. So, as I said with the driving test, it works on a strict priority system, and it is quite, you know, the framework that they use to assess you is pretty rigid, to be fair.
So I think it's really important to be familiar with the local area or the test stand, the road around the test stand.
To be familiar with it, it is. You know, the DVSA, they don't like us to teach you specific things around test centres and such. We will show you them roads, but you know what they say is that they'd rather you have a broader understanding of all kinds of junctions and roundabouts and such. But there are some really tricky bits around, and we will be dealing with them on later lessons. I promise you. There we go. So I'm not going to leave you hanging out there without the bit of local knowledge, because local knowledge counts for a lot.
Yeah.
It's a good point you raised, actually. You see, it's getting a lot busier now, and we're coming up to school run time, and things are really starting to get like that. We're going to be coming up to a crossroads, and when we get to the crossroads we are going to be turning left. Now the other thing at this crossroads is a little slip road for you to deal with as well, so we're going to go and see how we deal with that. When we get on the slip road, there's plenty of time to talk about it. When we get on the slip road, there will be a give way at the end, so you will need to check properly on the right when you go there. We'll have a look at it as we approach it. Usually, if this lane ahead of you is going straight on, then there shouldn't be anything coming, but you still need to check for emergency vehicles, illegal drive, etc., etc. So you're going to see it just down here. If you try to keep up with the red car a little bit, just a little bit more there, Frank. Just a bit more, mate. There. That's it. So there's our slip road. See the guys going onto it there. So if we can, yeah, mirror signal, let people know where you're going. That's it. And so those lights are not for you, but you're going to slow down a little bit. Slow down, mate. Round you go. Check to your right. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go then. Because you said yeah, and you're absolutely right. That's it. Well done. So it's always worth having that look, and you are required to look there as well, okay? So just follow the road ahead. go too slow at this crossroads here, they will see you going slow and they will just come out. They'll see you going slow and think, oh yeah, I've got enough time to go in front of him. So the one thing you don't want them to do, which is to nip across in front of you, is what you encourage them to do if you're going too slow. That's it. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Look for the space between the red car and the bus. That's it. Look for your space. I know it's all head for the space, or for the clear space. And if you do that, you can't go far wrong. People will give a little bit as well. Well, obviously the drive, the move.
So how do I deal with that junction? Like, just a
drive normally. Drive normally. You could perhaps just ease off your gas a little bit when you come to a tricky junction. But if you start jumping on the brakes, they will see it and they will react. They'll go, mate. I'm telling you. You wait and see. And once they do, then you've got to take real evasive action.
Okay.
So
the instinctive is, I just want to cover the pedal first and let it.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is, if you maybe the first thing that you should do is just come off your gas. That will slow you down anyway, and then a little bit of gas, get on this hill, mate. Go on, a little bit of gas. Go on.
And also that road is a downhill road.
Yeah. So just coming off your gas will actually keep you going at the same speed anyway.
Yeah.
It's like this here. We've got a slight gradient downhill. Of course, you're going to pick up speed. It's like here, if you slow down too much, he'll be tempted to nip out, won't he? Especially taxi drivers, right? Bring it to a stop at the line. So you see, we haven't got to the point of no return. So at the line, mate, at the line, not before. A little bit more, Frank. There you go. So whenever you come to a situation like this, what I want you to do is have a look at the line where you're going to be stopping and think to yourself, right, I'm going to stop there. Rather than just sort of seeing the red light and jumping on the brakes and stopping wherever the brakes stop you, I want you to be stopping where you intend to stop. I want you to have a plan for stopping. That's what we're after. Okay, now then, as we go around the bend here, you're going to see them lights again, and this time I'd like to turn left. That's it. It's got part one to deal with. Don't give him too much room. He only needs a door length. There you are. Then you can come back to your normal positioning. So quite a sharp left-hander here. Now, the main thing I want you to think about here, Frank, when you move off, try to hold a straight line. Try not to veer out to go around the corner, because you've got cars right here on your right, haven't you? So you haven't got any wiggle room. So nice and straight.
Okay.
That's it, you can do it. Just keep it moving. And turn. There you go. Easy as that. And straight down the road. All right? You see a lot of people do it. They kind of swerve out, and we call it swan necking. Yeah. So try to avoid the swan necking. Well done, good. Yeah. And that's it. So braking there was absolutely bang on, just about the right amount for him. He didn't need any more than that. Side twist. Don't know what he was pointing at. Do you know what he was? No idea. Random. So getting overtaken by a taxi, of course we're getting overtaken by a taxi. You just go at your speed. Don't worry about him. Do you know what, even if you was at 30 miles an hour, he'd probably still overtake you.
Yeah.
So you can see you've got plenty of room after the junction, so you're going to go up and stop behind the taxi. Because we were talking about this earlier as well, wasn't we? Making sure that would be. In fact, there was even more there. It looked, when he first stopped, that I thought it was just going to be just enough room. So I've got to say, I think you're doing better today, actually. I think you're doing pretty good. And
Because the last two lessons we come to this kind of road. Remember. So when I drive it once, I have experience to expect where's the harsh that I will perform much better, I think.
Well, what we're going to be doing with your learning is, sort of raising the level on you each time. So each week, we'll try to make it a little bit more. Small steps. Eventually, they'll turn into big steps, and yeah, you'll be in amongst it. the idea of today's lesson was to get you into bigger traffic and busier traffic, and as I say, we've got school run now. It's virtually, well, it's almost 3 o'clock, so it's it's doing its job for you. Okay, and once you get more sort of desensitized to the busier traffic, it just becomes normal. And you're in a line of traffic now. Now, if this was your driving test, you quid's in, aren't you, mate? To be honest, because you can't really make many mistakes for sat in traffic. Still counts as a time for your driving test as well. As long as you've done your fixed manoeuvre and your independent driving, they'll assess you on it. So at the lights, build up a bit of speed. At the lights, I would like you to turn left. Keep it moving, keep it moving, that's it. Right, you're going to stop at the line. No, stop at the line. Go forward a little bit more because you've stopped a bit soon. Come on, go forward. A little bit more, come on, a bit more, and there. So you're a little bit tentative moving off there. The guy in front of you, he kind of shot off, yeah? If you'd have stayed with him, you could have got through the lights as well without rushing, yeah? So you kind of, and then you kind of sped up a little bit, and a bit awkward. My thinking with you going so slow, I'm surprised this guy here in the junction didn't come out and nip out in front of you. That was my concern, and should have been your concern as well. And this comes back to what we were talking about earlier with making sure that we're not going so slow that we encourage them to nip out, but not going so fast that it becomes dangerous on our part. It's a tricky little balance to get, actually, and it's not as easy as it seems. It sounds easier than, there you go, we're clear to go out with. Sounds easier than what it is. It's easy to say, but round we go. And again, you're going to join this queue of traffic. Staying in the left lane. Normal driving lane, and that is it. So there's not a lot to see forward, so you can see our pretty faces, eh? Our handsome faces. So, I know you said you did your theory test a couple of years ago. How come you didn't do your lessons then, Frank? What was you thinking?
We're working on other things like finding a house or and planning some small business here.
Yeah. You see, you do your theory test, it lasts for 2 years.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, it's loads of time. But it just goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so remember what we said about the crossing. Make sure that you don't block it at all. Have you got room over there for you?
Yeah.
Yes, so let's go then. Good answer. Yeah, the time it just goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people, when they're having driving lessons, they kind of have a break in the middle, and they come back, and I had one recently, and I said to her, we got into the conversation, and she says, oh, it's not been very long, it's not, and I said, how long do you think it's been? I think she said it was about 3 months or something, and when I checked the paperwork, it'd been 9 months, and it was a lot longer, 3 times what she thought it was. The time just goes like that. How do you feel about your theory if you've got to do it again? Are you confident with it?
I'm confident with it, but because I'm not really interesting to do the MC question. Do it again, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bit boring.
It is. I mean, I agree, it's incredibly boring. But it's got to be done, and it is relative. It is relevant. It does come back, there's a lot of theory in your driving, and hopefully, once you start to look at them questions again, they'll become a bit more relevant to what you're seeing now as well.
Yeah.
I'm just trying something here. You see, I'd like to be able to see forward as well as backwards here. I was thinking, if I'd like some kind of mirror system here, you'd be able to actually see forward a little bit as well, wouldn't you? long as you're doing like a back to forward facing mirror, I think the camera will pick you up. So how much space should you leave the cars in front?
This space maybe.
Yeah. So if you think about it, we say TT, so tyres and tarmac. So you should be able to see their tyres and the tarmac between their wheels.
I can't see it in my angle actually. I have to.
Yeah. Maybe if you sat a bit more upright, you'd be able to see it. Okay. So again, we're just going to be following the lane on, which obviously goes to the left. So you're in a left-only lane here. Do you think you need a signal?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're in a dedicated lane, you do not need a signal. However, if you look over there, you see the pedestrians waiting to cross.
Yeah.
Now they might not realise that you're in a left-only lane, so they might be thinking that you're going to go straight on from here.
Yeah. Last time you mentioned that.
Yeah. So we'll have a signal. Yeah. That's it. Why not? Okay, here we go. So we're just going to follow this one round. Same road again. Should be getting very familiar for you now. So keep it moving. There's ain't nobody in your line. He's already crossed. The guys with the bikes are okay. I mean, obviously, come back to your lane, please. Thank you. So nice and straight. You got all these lot here on the left. They look like they're being reasonably well behaved. You're going just a little bit slow. Let's just go a little bit faster. A bit faster, Frank. A little bit more. That's it. A little bit more. A little bit more.
Right now it is 20 miles per hour or 30 miles per hour.
30. This is a main road. It's going to be 30. If you get the 20 miles an hour, they're generally on the side roads.
Okay.
But it's unlikely you're going to get a 20 miles an hour on a main road.
But sometime at the school.
Yeah, what they
time,
say is where the school they have like the flashing lights, and when lights show is 20, but there are none of them here.
It's quite dangerous.
It's very dangerous. The guy with the bike you're talking about, yeah, he's way too close.
The driver cannot see him.
Exactly. If that bus had to reverse for any reason, I think they've got reversing cameras these days, but look, he's on the electric bike, he's not even pedalling. So it's like he's riding a motorbike, isn't it? No helmet, no nothing, he's going for the overtake. Oh, no, he's not. There he is, up on the pavement. You see? That's one of the problems these days, these electric bikes that we've got, they're just... some of them are really fast as well. As I say, they're like motorbikes. Straight on, please. around, yes or no?
No.
Just complete positioning, a little bit more positioning. How about now? Can you go around?
No.
How about now?
Yeah.
Let's do it then. That's it. Got a bit of gas, mate. You're good. So you did the right thing. You get yourself into the position where you can go if it's clear. If you can't, you just wait. So the first thing, it always starts with a simple yes or no. Can you go? No. Okay, we'll wait. And then just start looking for your gaps, for your opportunities. But remember, you can't make a gap. Yeah. So you just got to wait for one to come along. The other thing, Frank, if you're following a bus, think about it. Well, at some point, it's going to stop, innit? Yeah. It's just a matter of time. So we are going to be going straight on at the set of lights this time. And that's going to be the middle lane for you. You'll see when you get closer. Like one of these.
Go straight this time.
What I mean? Now then, the question is, just wait here a moment. Just stop, Frank. Frank, stop, mate. Stop. Can you see what the bus has done? He's gone for the middle lane, hasn't he? That's what I was going to ask you. Can you go round behind the bus? Is it possible? Check your mirrors. Are you clear? Yeah. Come on, bit of gas, mate. That's it. Just stop there behind the bus. You go. Right over, mate. Right over. Right in. Straight over. The reason I stopped you is because had you got any closer, we would have been really difficult to get out from behind that car.
Could you say again? Did it have any gap to go around that car, you mean?
Say again?
Could you say again the sentence before? You mean the...
Yeah, oh sorry, the reason I stopped you short of him is so that you'd have room to go around him. Because if you'd have gone up and stopped normally where you would behind a stationary vehicle, you wouldn't have had room to get around him into your space. So once we're through this set of lights, I would like you to go to the left lane, but see where the bus is. Obviously don't go behind the bus, go past the bus and then move to the left. Unless the bus moves off, in which case you go direct into the bus stop area, which you're allowed to do. There we go, so let's move off. So the bus is still there, so let's get past the bus. If you want to give your left signal, keep moving, keep moving, mate, keep moving. Check your left shoulder, come on, that's it, keep moving. Again, the reason I've got to keep you moving there, because this one behind you is right, so I can see her doing it, yeah, she's just going to nip straight down the left-hand side of you. So when you do get level with that bus, yeah, you've got your signal on, just move over nice and early. If you leave it any longer, then it's going to be a much bigger procedure, and you've got to deal with the guys that have just nipped into the lane behind you. Believe me, they will not give you the time of day, they really won't. next set of lights we're turning right.
Yep.
Up right. So you've got a dedicated arrow on at the moment. Slow down for your bend. Round you go. Slow down for your bend, mate. Slow down for your bend. Thank you. If you're trying to come round here without slowing down, that would be really tricky. Just follow it on round. You've got the priority here, Frank. They know they've got to wait for you. They're all waiting for you again. So you've got the priority. Just slow it down a little bit. Once they're waiting for you, that's then giving you the priority. This is why I'm saying to you, don't wait for them unless you've got to now. They've got the priority here, haven't they? So you just wait for these guys. Slow down. Suppose the van. The car's not an issue. The van's okay. Did you see how he moved over there for you? There you go. Whereas you move on, mate. That's it. Straight on. Let's keep it moving. Now in this situation, nobody's got priority. First come, first served. So he's just taken it straight from you. There. He just moved out early. That's it. I mean, he said thank you, but he didn't give you any choice anyway. That's it. So when you've got objects on both sides of the road, first come, first served, but don't race them for it. Just drive your normal drive. Okay, so at the end of the road, keep it moving, right? Come on, you can see him waiting for you. Keep it going. Come on, a bit more, a bit more. You can always slow down for the end of the road, you're turning right. So mirror signal. And then nice positioning at the end. Get your car pointing to the right. There you go. Keep going until you can see both ways. Check both ways. Check this way as well, Frank. Frank, check this way. You can't see nothing there, can you?
Yep.
Thank you. That's it. Now then, stop there. Now you can see both ways, can't you? So keep looking both ways. Keep the picture fresh in your mind. Could you go into this space? Yes or no? Just say yes or no.
Yeah.
No, it's too late. You are right. You could have done, but listen, Frank, you're too slow to go. All right? So just keep your eye on this. So there's a big space coming on the right.
I'll do it like
Big space on the left, yeah? There you go. So this is what I was talking to you about earlier with take a few chances. You know, if you do, instead of going yeah and then thinking right, I'll take my foot off the brake and move forward, which basically you'd run out of space. If you'd have gone, I would have let you go. I'd have gone, yeah, nice one. Yeah. Or if I think you're wrong, I would have said no. where we started, that would be appreciated. Try not to go down your road because it's just not like the look of it with all the roadworks that they've got going on there. It's well tricky. It's quite a narrow road as well, isn't it? You're not going on that road, are you?
Okay.
Because you just told the guy behind you that you was in position. Try to make sure you don't signal too early. If there's any roads before the one you're going into, that's going to create confusion. Slow down. Slow down. Thank you. Yeah? Be aware. No. I'm thinking about the pedestrians. I know you're looking down the road at the cars. I'm looking at the pedestrians there. Don't be in a rush, mate. All right? So what about between the blue car and the white car? Oh, I was just letting you go. So gentle. Out you go. Slow. Because you don't hit this curve. Turn left here. Turn left. Come on. Signal. In you go, mate. In you go here. Come on. Make it a plan. Make it part of your plan. Okay? Just drive in. Come on, Frank. That's it. Steering comes off. Just go down there, mate. Just over there. Yeah, because these guys look like they're going into the car, so that's it. Just there. Be fine. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm looking at the pedestrians. So handbrake and park. Quick check. I'm just going to stop this now, actually. Yep.